Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Game Night. This time for real, we're going to play some Legend of Zelda, because I know for a fact I pressed record. And a matter of fact, I'm going to double check yet again, because
we want to make sure we do this right.
I don't want to make sure.
Viewer,
last time someone who looked like me, my clone,
decided to come down here. I was going to stop him, but I'm not going to lie. He's a very charming fellow.
He is, and he likes to wear a blue sweatshirt with a spider on it. But that's another story for another day.
Yes.
Now we're finally going to do our 35th anniversary of Legend of Zelda. And we're going to start off with NES.
Oh, yeah. And, this is the best place to this is a place to start off for a lot of games, not just Zelda. I said it on the, video that didn't record, but this game's influence across the board cannot be understated. Yeah. Every game takes from this. It'd be a ways just to name them all.
Yeah.
Everyone takes from Zelda. And because, even to this day, 35 years later, solid game.
Yeah.
A great playthrough. On the Nintendo Switch, which is what we're going to be playing on today, I suggest anyone who has a passionate interest in Zelda games and who doesn't should give this a go.
And you guys already kind of seen my Part 1 and Part 2 of Ocarina of Time. Hopefully we can get back to that, or I'll get back to it later this week, a month, whatever. But we'll bang this one out into two-parter, and we'll do it.
Well, let's get going. Now, right here, you'll see FNGN.
Yeah.
That was the original one. Yeah. So we're going to have to make a new quest today. The name will be FNGN 2.
Yep.
FNGN 2, here we go.
So to kind of fast track it, Woody's going to take full control for the first dungeons, because top-down Zelda's not my strong suit.
Certainly. We're also going to be doing the rewind gambling trick. That's really not to get a leg up, so to say. It's just that it's such a pain in the butt to get rupees.
And I also have my ocarina. It's a remote. But I have my ocarina where I can go...
That's what we're going to do, yeah. See, that's what I think of it with the rewind feature with this game. It's not you're cheating or anything. It's not the game. At this time... you know more about the Zelda timeline. Would Link right now have some time-traveling powers in some way?
Well, technically he should, if it was handed down to him. But I think in the canon timeline it wasn't. But we're making our new canon timeline.
This is our fan fiction.
Yeah.
We're taking an old game, and we're making it more sensible to you, the viewers, the Friday Night Game Night family.
And I know we discussed last time on the video that you didn't see, that... I absolutely love that they made a timeline for it, and because there's been so many Zelda games, and that's the one different thing from Mario is that there's a timeline, but Zelda made it so that there's a reason why you keep fighting different Zeldas.
Mario endures because the Mario universe itself hasn't really changed that much. Mario, Luigi, Princess gets kidnapped by Bowser. You can kind of forgive that game. A lot of games get criticized for that, but that's a game that invented it, practically, so I don't mind it too much. But yeah, this game does have a storyline, but once again, you gotta admit this game is the most pure as far as there's no backstory, different timeline. This is simply Ganon causing trouble.
Yep.
Gotta stop him.
And it's funny now that this was the first Zelda game ever.
Yep.
And it's actually pretty much the second to last game in the Era of Decline.
Oh yeah, timeline. Yeah. It's near the end, right?
It's this, and then Adventures of Link is the last game in that timeline.
Adventures of Link, we might have to give that a go.
Yep. And then at the end of it all, the timelines converge into Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you played Age of Calamity, because I want to...
It's on the list. It's on the list.
It's a great game, and it's canon. A
lot of games on the list, viewers.
But now we're getting and maybe we can do a playthrough of it. Maybe the first few dungeons of Skyward Sword HD Remake.
Oh yeah,
comes out.
Absolutely. Honestly, I just want to see how it plays with these controls now.
Yeah.
Because so much of the game is built around the Motion Plus.
Well, I think the only problem is we'll have to figure out a way to use standing controls. But I think it might only be if you're holding it. I don't know if it's like using the controller now like you have it.
I will say this though too. It's just weird how all these games are coming out for the Switch now, and we're not huge Pokemon people, but you did hear the news about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl today, right?
No, I didn't.
New versions coming off the Switch. I do that all the time with the Leaf Green and all that.
I like Pokemon.
I respect the franchise.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I've seen episodes of it. I've never once completed a Pokemon game.
So, sometimes at work I like to listen to video game timelines.
Yep.
And if you thought the Zelda one was confusing, the Pokemon one is like split with alternate realities where, like, what if Red or Ash did something this way, and then it made an alternate timeline.
Really?
I think it made alternate timelines with Moon. I think Pokemon Moon.
Well, like I said, I don't bother talking about Pokemon only because I'm completely ignorant on the franchise.
Well, I did play my first Pokemon game. I got at Ames in our home state of Massachusetts, and I got at Ames. I beat it.
I'll say this though. I don't know that much about Pokemon. I love Pokemon Snap, and I'm looking forward to the new Pokemon Snap.
So I picked Charizard. I powered him up. I completely destroyed Brock because, as you guys know, Fire Pokemon is weak against Rock. But I powered him up to Charmander, and I kicked his ass. But that's another story for another day. Yeah. So that was the first Pokemon game I beat. I did get Pokemon Yellow because I did watch the original cartoon when it came out, and I do have Hey Pikachu on the Switch, but I haven't really played much into it.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Pokemon, like, I got Moon. I got it somehow, and I never played it.
Well, I like how it was open world, like Breath of the Wild, in the magnitude of how big it was. I think that's the newest one, right, on the Switch.
I have not played Sword or Shield.
That's the one, Sword and Shield.
Yeah, but that's the current gen.
And I was gonna get it, Sword and Shield. That's the game I'm talking about now. But I heard that you can't collect all the Pokemon or some shit like that.
I think the problem with Pokemon is when it came out around the States around 99. And, admittedly by then I was growing up, and I was getting into video games with, like, guns and stuff like that, which, I mean, it kind of shitty to say now, but it was the truth. Yeah. 14, 15 years old, you're kind of sick of, smiles and laughter, and you want to go hard. Remember, Grand Theft Auto hadn't made the impact it did yet. So, rather than playing, like, the Pokemons, I was playing the GoldenEyes, I was playing the Quakes, like that. I was playing the Half-Lives, I was... but I've always respected the franchise. The one that introduced me to it was Smash Brothers, really. Yeah. That introduced me to a lot of franchises.
We did go see, me and my wife went to go see the Pikachu movie.
Detective Pikachu.
And that was actually a good movie, and it gave me hope that we're going to get awesome video game movies.
Well, Mortal Kombat's going to be coming out soon.
Yes. So, in the 80s and early 90s, we had really shitty comic book movies. And also in the 80s and 90s, we kind of had really shitty video games.
So you think the pendulum's going to swing now?
Yes.
Now that comic book movies are now, lauded and all that, it's going to happen to...
I mean, the Sonic movie was phenomenal.
Great movie.
Detective Pikachu was an awesome movie.
Great movie.
It seems like the new Mortal Kombat movie is going to be freaking awesome.
But I got to say this for the record, I liked the first Mortal Kombat movie. Mortal Kombat Annihilation sucked.
Yes.
But the first Mortal Kombat movie was good.
It seems like Scorpion's a hero in this, and that.
See, here's my problem with and maybe you, the Friday Night Game Night family watching this, can fill me out. And feel free to talk about this on the comments. I think Mortal Kombat Annihilation sucks the very second Johnny Cage dies. Spoiler alert. Not that it matters. You don't want to watch this movie anyway. Yeah. But I love Johnny Cage.
Well, you might not want to watch this one because I don't think Johnny Cage is in it.
I'd rather him not in it than him dying.
Yeah.
I get it. Save him for the sequel. That makes sense.
That was kind of like
I don't know why, since he's in the first game, but whatever.
When Liu Kang died in the video games.
Oh, have you played Mortal Kombat 11?
Yes, I got the newest one on the PS4.
Oh, they're doing timeline shit now. Yeah. Don't worry, the good Liu Kang is back, but the bad Liu Kang is still there. So
they're kind of digging into the evil Ryu.
Right, yeah, it's like that, you gotta do that somehow, so.
I mainly got it because you can play as RoboCop and Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
And the main reason why I got Injustice 2 before I realized it's a big giant microtransaction game was for the Ninja Turtles. I didn't care about anyone else in that game.
Nah.
The first game was great, but then when you gotta power up your character with armor and shit, it's like, it's Superman. He doesn't need fucking armor.
Right? It's like, come on, man.
That's why I hated the new 52 Superman. He had armor. Like, Superman.
Maybe to protect his clothes?
I got in so many fights with fanboys online. How they love the new armor, and they would call me, "Oh, what do you got against seeing Superman naked?" No, because his regular suit can't be damaged either. It's from Krypton. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah. Anyway, Legend of Zelda.
See, I went on a tangent, right?
You went on a comic book tangent.
Yeah, fanboys.
All right.
Fanboys ruin everything.
Really? Oh, really? They do. People that have opinions about comic books and talk about it online ruin everything, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway. Thankfully, I don't ruin it for you.
Who am I kidding? I have my little quirks about video games. I think we all do. You know, it means you're passionate. Like, we're passionate about Zelda. That's why we're playing it for the kind of people watching this right now. We thank you, by the way, for watching us right now. All, you know.
Because I'm still paranoid.
Still recording?
Yep, we're still recording.
Sweet. Because I want that little Superman tangent online, on YouTube as soon as possible.
Mike talks about a naked Superman.
Yep. Alright, so...
I'm so paranoid now that it's not recording even though I pressed it.
It's alright. There's just one more piece of art to get and then I can go into the first dungeon. Sorry that took a little... It took a while for me to just get money to, like, go gambling with.
So, a lot of you fine folks might be used to playing the dungeon to dungeon, and then you find the heart piece. This is a kind of a tutorial to get all the heart pieces first you need to get before you even get to the first dungeon.
There's 5 heart pieces within the world. 3 of them you can get before you even step foot in the first dungeon. The other 2 you actually have to get a little later on. Now, keep in mind, when we talk about what you can get in this game for this video, for the sake of this video, we are only talking about the first quest. Mm-hmm. When you beat Legend of Zelda, or if you put in the word Zelda as your character selection, you can play the second quest. We will not be playing this probably. I mean, I've done it once. It's tougher.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, and then some things are different. But for purposes of the video, when we talk about this game, we talk about where things are. First quest.
Plus, we got loads of other Zelda games we'd rather play first.
Oh yeah. Not that it was bad. I mean, you gotta admit. I mean, having an entirely other quest.
Yeah.
You know, that was cool.
Well, I will say, if we ever do Link to the Past, I'm letting you take on the third dungeon boss, because when he keeps fucking knocking you off...
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, that boss took me forever to beat. I was replaying it.
I like they brought him back in Link Between Worlds. That made me happy.
Link Between... I don't remember having that much of a problem on Link Between Worlds with it, though.
Link Between Worlds is an alright game. It's easy. You know what game I think Zelda game has the hardest final boss? Minish Cap.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I think the hardest Zelda boss was in Skyward Sword.
The thing with the arms?
Yeah.
Well...
Demise was a pain in the ass, and you gotta fucking take out his fingernails.
But once again, a lot of it had to do with the motion control.
Motion control and stamina.
I mean, Christ.
I'm now playing Breath of the Wild. I think I'll be better at the stamina part.
Well, they do stamina right in Breath of the Wild, I think.
And I always knew that I should have had extra stamina bottles, but at the same time, I needed the fucking extra potions, because I kept dying anyways. But also, when you fight Demise at the end, when you gotta hold your sword up to do the strike.
Screw it. Get the big shield. Might as well. Now, as you can see, what I've been doing here is, like, before you even get to the first dungeon in this game, a little bit of a scavenger hunt. Mm-hmm. I could go deep and get the ring already and get, you know, the meat. But I'll hold that off. We'll do dungeon 1 first. I like to wait till I get, like, the white sword and all that before I start doing all that.
And we'll need the white sword to take out that damn Armos. Where the hell they are. In level 3 and 4, actually. You fight them.
Well, I can get the white sword after dungeon 2.
Yeah.
It's 8 hearts to get white sword, 12 hearts to get magical sword.
And I love how they did that with... They kind of brought that back with Breath of the Wild. Oh, where you needed 13 hearts to pull the Master Sword.
It seemed like with Breath of the Wild, they were really looking at this game for inspiration. Because you just get that vibe.
Yeah.
More so than playing on... I love Ocarina of Time, and for the record, I love Link to the Past. But I think Link to the Past kind of, like, stuck Zelda.
Yeah.
A great game design, but it was kind of, okay, the first 3 dungeons are kind of practice dungeons. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to actually, get the game going. And it just, while good, it was kind of a bit in a rut, I would say.
Breath of the Wild, I'm sorry, I'll get to Breath of the Wild. Ocarina of Time will always be my favorite Zelda game.
Ocarina of Time was just, it's like this, but for 3D. A lot of standards set today that are used by games.
And I also noticed that with Zelda games, they get you ready for the next one. So, for example, Skyward Sword was kind of getting us ready for the whole stamina thing for Breath of the Wild.
Adding stuff.
As well as Link Between Worlds, where you could go to Link's house, as you get older into the game.
All the items.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, introduced with Breath of the Wild, how, in most of the Zelda games, when you get, the boomerang, that's an item.
Yeah.
And in, Between Worlds, it's an item, but you can get it right away. In Breath of the Wild, I don't use boomerangs. I think they kind of suck.
I use it as a weapon, if anything. Not
I wouldn't even rather have it as a weapon.
So the thing I wish, and they kind of did that a little bit, where you get a weapon from the Zoras or from the Gorons. I wish that those were the ones that would be unbreakable, or that you can craft them very easy instead of having 20 diamonds. That's the only thing I didn't like. How the weapons broke, the trident. That can still break.
Yeah.
I wish that if you got certain you got a boomerang, not a boomerang, a bow and arrow that didn't break in one of the dungeons. That's what I hope they bring in Breath of the Wild.
You know what? Another thing I kind of wish Breath of the Wild had. It'd have to be either a late item or a DLC item because it would make some things easier. Hookshot.
Especially when it's fucking raining out.
I can see why it's not in the game, but at the same time, hell, even just have it break after a couple uses.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason why they might have it in the sequel, but I remember what's his face? The creator was it would break the game if they had that.
Well, let's talk about stuff that's in this game that is still in the obviously bow and arrow, still going strong. Bombs, boomerang.
But the bombs were from the ancient the hell's it called?
The Sheikah State.
Yes, Sheikah State.
Yeah, and I don't know how to pronounce it either. But even then, those are bombs.
Yeah,
they're bombs. Some stuff doesn't. Honestly, okay, take the raft for example. You get the raft in this game; it's an item, and sure, the raft's not really an item in other games. But isn't the boat in Wind Waker? Isn't that just the raft?
Basically.
I consider it to be your raft. It gets you across water.
All I know is I absolutely love Wind Waker. When it first came out, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Mainly because, we were teased in the E3 or Nintendo Direct, whatever it was back then. A more realistic Zelda with the Ocarina of Time, Link, and whatnot. And then we got that. But then once I really played it, I think of all the Zelda games, that literally has the best storyline.
And also, talking about innovation, that cell shading type of graphical style, which you see games like Borderlands have.
Yeah.
The South Park game. A lot of games have that. And once again, Zelda was at the forefront. Even the Zelda games, which maybe not everyone likes, there's still something there that makes endures.
I think with every Zelda game, I liked every Zelda game, but there's always something that you don't like about it.
Well, there's always, take this game for example. That's not beat around the bush. It's old. It shows his age in some parts. But there's still a lot to like about it. But even for the time, there's some stuff. It doesn't really give you the best hints to the viewers right now. The reason why it looks like I know what I'm doing is because I know what I'm doing with this game. If you were to go into this game, you wouldn't have a strategy guide or anything. And let's just assume that you don't even have the internet.
Thanks, we do.
Yeah.
Nice. There was no strategy guide back then, but...
No, well, back then, you got a map with it, which gave you the locations of things. But even that, it did tell you how to get them, naturally. So,
yeah, I actually have the, I think I put it in my case. I got the actual...
And give you anything for Breath of the Wild, or even Ocarina of Time and on. Everything in that game will tell you where to get it. You might have to look for that answer, but the answer is there. That's not the way it is with this game.
No.
You know, there's the
that wasn't like to have anything back then.
We'll show you in this video or part 2 just parts that like you would have no idea at all.
Wait till we get to play Castlevania 2.
Oh man,
we had to nail down for Diamond to get a tornado to come out.
Yeah, like I mean, and that's more indicative of the time though. Translation wasn't as prevalent, I guess. It wasn't,
and it cost more memory. From English translation to Japanese.
Well, I mean, of course, you have to hire a translator.
Yeah, no, because also because there was more dialect. There's more Japanese.
Yeah, like it's a whole other system.
And the dialect isn't as long as English.
And you know, they want to get these games out. They want to make their money. You know, today, English Japanese release dates aren't as extreme, but back then, I mean, I want to say Mario 3 was out a good 9-10 months. Before it came out in the States.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a game I want us to do sometime, too. We can finish come around full circle of our Mario on NES run.
No, yeah, we could do that. That'd be nice. I like Mario 3. Actually, yeah, we've done the first 2 Marios now. A couple more bucks.
I've been playing a lot of Zelda. I'm trying to beat Master Quest. I'm not getting and stuff.
Just a little load up.
I think I'm playing a song. I could be. I don't know. I'm playing one of the Zelda songs.
I think that's the. Pretty sure that's the song that.
I think it's the Temple of Time song when you teleport. To
well, that's when you go back in time in Majora's Mask. See, normally when I play that, I hear Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a game that I don't think we're ever going to play for you fine folks.
Oh, Back to the Future. Oh,
we can play a Back to the Future game, but
Majora's Mask is rough. I mean, I like Majora's Mask.
Me too.
I guess I get why people do like Majora's Mask, because it is a different type of game. You know? But it's just not up there for me.
It's not my second favorite. I think Breath of the Wild is now, but it's definitely my top 10. And also by default, because it's my favorite Link out of all the Links.
Is the Ocarina of Time one? Yeah. Well, my favorite Link is, of course, the cartoon.
Yep.
Link. Explain to the folks what the Zelda.
Well, so the Zelda cartoon came out for the Super Mario Brothers Adventures
Super Show
of Captain Lou, and that show came out on Fridays. The cartoon, the Zelda cartoon, came out on Fridays. And there's a part where Link talks, and he's completely...
a bitch.
Yeah. He's like, well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah, he doesn't like the princess mouthing off to him all the time. And, of course, you know, Link's a little boisterous, a little belligerent, a little flippant. And so, naturally, the princess has to, you know...
Give him the what's
what. Tell him, we're in the fucking riot act. Hey, stop goofing around. All right, you're Link! And Link, so his head's in the clouds. He's goofing around. But, you know, just like this, wonderful swordsman. And they also explain how he keeps all his items in his pocket.
See, I wish...
He, like, Doctor Who's that shit to his, like, little fanny pack.
He's like... Yep. He has such a dinky sword in that one, though.
It is. It's tiny. It's like the size of a goddamn... I don't know.
Yeah. So, for all you fine folks that are going to say you won't play a Zelda game if Link talks in it, you're full of shit. You still will. And Link talks in that awful cartoon.
Oh, if they do make a talking Link game, I want him to be just as much of an a-hole as he was.
I want him to be like the Link in CDI. The CDI games. I'm so hungry I can eat Octorok.
I'm not gonna... I don't wish that on anybody, but yes, I want asshole, you know...
Thank God that those games aren't canon, so I don't have to really play them.
Plus, there.
Yeah, I know, that's fucking...
There's some bucks.
Plus, who knows if the CGI will even work.
I need to go here. Get some, arrows. Now I can shoot people.
Kill those damn drawers.
It's kind of weird. Now, in this game, arrows are not an item. It just uses your rupees for every arrow. So technically, I got 93 hours right now.
Imagine moves like that in all the other games.
I know, yeah. That'd be weird.
You don't have to do all those freaking puzzles.
The
to
quivers.
Upgrade, yeah, the upgraded quivers.
I like the upgrade quivers. Not that much help, but I think we're fine.
You know what we should do real quick? We should save it.
Good thinking.
And because I'm so superstitious, we're still recording.
Good. For a second there, I got nervous too. I was like,
I get so paranoid now that we did that because I don't want to have to redo this again. Kill those ropes.
yes. We are going through this game again for you,
Yeah.
the viewer. Not that it's a bad game to go through. It's a wonderful game.
Yeah. Our intent was to pump out a bunch of videos this week with you being on vacation.
Well,
and...
you know, we got a couple.
Yeah.
You know? Actually, yeah. Can I use this time? Do you think the Friday Night Game Night audience would mind if I talk about my game haul that I've gotten this week?
Go for it. I do. You can even take pictures of it and we can post it on Instagram.
Maybe I'll do that, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just have one goal for 2021, and that's to beef up the PS2 collection. I find that's like kind of, not necessarily the weakest of my collection, but like money-wise, I can fill it up with quality games, not just garbage. So this week here, I actually got 6 PlayStation 2 games.
Oh, nice.
First thing I got was Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal. That's the 3rd Ratchet & Clank game. I already had the other 2 for it. I got Kill Switch, which is a very underrated army shooting game. It kind of predated Resident Evil 4 as far as the whole over-the-shoulder style of shooting goes. Like Gears of War and stuff like that. Every game does now. I also got Windback. I have it for N64. You might have it for N64.
I have N64.
Everyone has it for N64 game.
I always felt that was Nintendo's answer to
Metal Gear Solid, yeah.
Because they came out around the same time.
Yeah, just like, you know, spy, infiltrate.
It was a pretty decent game.
It is! It's a great game. I got Resident Evil Code Veronica X.
Nice. I got that for Dreamcast.
Me too, but I wanted the PS2 version. I think it is like there's a little bit more to it. Like I don't know what off the top of my head, but a little bit more to it.
I feel the graphics are a little better.
The first video, guys, that we did of this, we ate it hard on that
Yeah, we had
part.
to use the ocarina.
Like a lot. I can't believe I just went through it right there.
That's because we were like,
See, that's one thing I'm actually.
Well, you know what? If this isn't recorded properly, we'll fucking kill Super Mario Bros. 3 tonight. I'll be angry again.
Well, that's the thing. Mario 3. That's not going to be one video, dude.
Oh,
It'd probably take just as long to beat this.
Yeah. But I killed it. That's the best I ever played on a Mario game.
And you have it on video.
Yeah, so you can prove it to everyone.
So getting back to my PS2 haul, I also got Tony Hawk's Underground 2 and Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I now own Tony Hawk 1 for both Dreamcast and N64.
Nice.
Tony Hawk 2 for Dreamcast. Tony Hawk's 3 for Underground 2, and American Wasteland for PS2.
I do want to. I want to get the Tony Hawk games again. I used to have them when I was younger.
No, well that's the thing too. I was playing Tony Hawk 1, the remastered one. Great, love it. But those weren't my favorite. To me, two of the best Tony Hawk is 4.
Whatever one you can play in Spider-Man as, that's the one that.
That's 2.
Yep,
that's 2. You can be Wolverine in 3 along with Darth Maul. I don't know after that
because that's when Activision had the rights to the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Those were the days.
I like how you get closer to the boss, you can hear him too. I think you were just fighting a mini boss. That you can hear him. There's some of the names for these, like rope. That's not a rope. It's a snake. Come on, who are they kidding? Nice. That was a nice.
Yeah, a little dodge there. Oh. There we go. Nice. Freeze. And now we fight
Here's your hero.
Dodongo. Let's take a moment to appreciate this, though. Okay, because when you play Zelda games now, Dodongo's this huge, like Godzilla-looking monster. You know, just
this is like the mini one you fight in the game.
I know. Now here he is, 2 spaces long.
Yep.
You know, still kind of annoying though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Once you get him in the right rhythm.
Oh, then he's done.
Yeah.
Like right here. Boom. Boom. And there we go. Explodes in great fashion.
Now we can get the
white sword. Yes,
sword,
we're gonna get the white sword, the medicine. Probably between 3. Well, yeah, white sword, medicine. Then we'll do levels 3, 4. Then we'll get the blue ring, the meat, and the magical sword. Actually, by the time before, we can get pretty much all the items too. I can even get the fist. What I forget what they call this. That's just called the Iron Glove.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is.
It's the Island Gauntlets that you can push it and pick up everything.
It might be called the Power Bracelet in this.
Probably.
Something like
Power
that.
Glove.
Well, not the Power Glove.
Yeah. That's one of those things I wish to just have, but never use. That and Virtual Boy. But even then, Virtual Boy's... I don't know why it's so expensive.
Oh, yeah. Well, because people want it.
Yeah.
It's rare.
I can understand how the Power Glove would be, you know, expensive. I almost got one years ago, but I lost the bid.
Yeah, hey.
And I would have got it for relatively cheap. It didn't work, but
it was
who
meant
cares?
to be.
Like, I'd bring to the job interviews, like, I'm playing with power.
Oh, and then they just give you the job right there.
Here's my panties. Alright, I'm all set. Just saying, if you had the Power Glove, man and woman would put in your panties.
Yeah, well,
why wouldn't they?
I would.
See?
So we're gonna go here and get some medicine. Show her what I'm assuming is the prescription. There we go. Actually, do I have enough of the meat right now?
I think it was 100, unless you can find it cheaper.
Yeah, I'll get it, yeah, I'm gonna knock it out now.
We do have an ocarina.
You do, yeah. God damn, I suck. Alright.
Nice.
And then you feel really good when you do it.
Yep.
Plus, here on in, I believe, I want to say it's Dungeon 5 and Dungeons 8, but there's people you can do to increase how many bombs you can have.
Nice. We don't need the ocarina tonight.
Right, that's how it is. I'm just lucky. But so you're going to want to have 100 in there, because you don't need 16 bombs really to get to the end, but it's useful to have 12.
Yeah.
Because some of those last levels you'd be fighting the dongos left and right. I'm pretty sure the best place to buy the meat is where you get the ring, the blue ring.
Knocked you right in. 250.
Oh, we'll get there. Right now, I want to just get the meat. One less thing to get. I believe that's Dungeon 6. Now I'll have to get the white sword. Kind of weird. Feels like a side quest, but it's really not. You know.
Now, I hope they make Oracle of Ages and Seasons like they did Link's Awakening. If they ever remake those. And get rid of that damn Goron dance part. I fucking hated that part in the game.
And what?
So in Oracle of Ages and Seasons, there's a you gotta do like a Goron dance with it's like a memory matching game.
Oh, you're not good with the memory matching games. No.
I was in my younger days, but now I'm too old.
Yeah.
I'm not even that old.
Pretty old.
Yeah. We're pretty old, Buster.
Yeah. Yes, we are. We are. Hey, I admit it.
You are younger than me by a few months.
Couple months. I have few months on you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Return of the Jedi was out yet when I was born, but it was for you.
Yeah.
So, wow, you got to see that in theaters. Way to go.
I think my mom and dad saw the first Star Wars movie in the theater.
Oh, really?
I remember my mom saying people cheered at it.
Oh, yeah. I never understood that.
That and Rocky.
I never understood why people cheer and clap at movies.
People cheered at Endgame a lot. Especially when Cap picked up the Munir.
Do they expect frickin' Chris Evans to come out and be like, yeah, thank you, buddies?
Listen, I cheered too and I clapped. It was fucking awesome.
I understand if it was like a play.
And I'm not gonna lie, I cried at Back to the Future Part 3.
Oh, I'm crying's different. I can understand crying, you know? I mean, come on now. Bam. Just feels like it. You just gotta watch out for that fucking Lionel down there. See, that's weird. Definitely not nearly as imposing.
Because Link's bigger than him.
But I mean, he's just as much of a pain in the ass to fight. So, like, if I tried to kill him, he'd probably destroy me. His little attack there, a lot of damage.
The first time you fight at Lino in Breath of the Wild, but now it's a little bit easier now. You know how to fight him.
Yeah, but the Lionel's always tough. Not so much in Link to the Past. Pretty easier. They kind of nerf him quite a bit. Same with Link Between Worlds.
That's a game if we can find an emulator. We can play it. But...
yeah, it's probably hard to record off the DS.
Not for the most part. With the Model Wii, we get pretty much all the Zelda games at our disposal.
Yeah.
And all the hard copies we have too, so.
Have you ever recorded anything off your straight, like, NES?
I had to get an HD. Well, we did a few when we were doing the DVD recorder, me and Steve. We did the first Turtles game, but that never saw the light of day.
Do you want to give an update on the status of your comic book reviews and all that?
So, as of right now, we haven't done anything comic book related. Me and Steve will eventually be doing, because he's got something going on right now. A nice project that is going on. We're going to be doing an all Spider-Man podcast in the near future. I've mentioned it before on the previous podcast, but there's a bunch of other things that we had to get before we get to that point, so. And I'm looking at you, Ben, Steve's son, to help us with this shit.
No, hey. Do what you gotta do, man.
I did play Fortnite with them, and they did help me out a lot.
Yeah, I feel like almost humbled, because I feel like we're the only ones right now, putting out videos for the Cake Burger family, and I want to keep it going. It's been good to me.
Well, we did do news episodes, but then there wasn't always news, and now that we're not doing it, there's news left and right about comic books. I didn't really care for doing the reviews because I was so preoccupied of getting ready for this when we did the episodes and whatnot. So
it's tough to review, like these guys. Alright, hard stop right here. These guys suck. Just for the record, when you're playing this game, these guys blow.
Dreadnoughts, or whatever the hell they're called.
Dark Nuts.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be called Dreadnoughts, but
They brought them back in Breath of the Wild. And they were in Ocarina of Time, too. Basically in the Spirit Dungeon.
Well, yeah,
And boy, did you fight a lot more in the Master Quest, I'll tell you that much. That was also more prepping me for in case we ever actually do a playthrough on Master Quest.
Wait before Ocarina of Time or this?
Ocarina of Time. Yeah. At least I have a vague idea what the hell I'm doing. Most of it I didn't look up online how to do it, but for the water temple, I straight up copied it.
What else we
The
got
YouTube
to
video. Because if you thought I was a pain in the dick, just normal, it's even worse on the Master Quest.
I explained this in the last video that never got out, but this. Notice how the rope around it's green?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to get the blue ring first, it'd be blue. Don't know why. I guess it's like the same.
Well, also in this one, Link has brown hair, not the golden blonde hair. Like in the Zeldas that come
Most
before.
of the video games he has blonde hair, but there's a couple other parts of media. The aforementioned cartoon,
Yep.
brown hair. Because that cartoon takes most of its inspiration from this, and a little from Zelda 2. Nice. We got a lot of clocks.
Yeah. Definitely don't see that anymore in video games.
Yeah. In fact, that well, hey, in the way that clock is just an early version of Stasis from Breath of the Wild. It's weird how everything's so connected throughout the years.
That was definitely big in the 80s, like in Zelda, Castlevania had like a clock thing that froze. Yeah, it had a side weapon that would freeze it as a weapon.
Some games will have you do that, but then, it's gimmicky for that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Well, when we played Castlevania for our Halloween episode, that was the first time I beat that while cheating. Sure, it was uneasy. Yeah. But, we didn't cheat, right?
No. You had fun.
Easy.
You had fun, Michael.
Exactly.
And I just want to say this right now. That is the goal of this channel.
Yep.
To have fun with video games. This ain't we're not competing.
No. We're not doing live streaming yet.
Yeah, we're not. Even if we were, we'd just be for the pursuit of fun.
Yeah.
For that smile.
This is
for that feeling.
This is recapturing our youth when we would, play video games on Friday night. We'd have our cheat codes.
We want to take you back. We want to give you that feeling back. We need that feeling back, guys. This world, it's a tough one, and we get through it. We pay our bills. We do our 9 to 5s, but sometimes we just need that little escape, and that's what we're here for.
Especially in today's world.
Oh, especially in today. Well, I mean, I don't buy that. I think it's just the world in general.
Yeah.
I think it's been going on, and it'll still go, and that's fine. We have our outlets. We have books. We have music, and you know what else we have? Video games. What the fuck?
And Cheers. I've been watching a lot of Cheers.
You have been watching a lot of Cheers. How's Sam and the boys doing?
Good. That's just a show I love to watch. God bless the 80s.
Alright, let's see if I can do it.
Yep.
There's a way that you can kill this guy with just one bomb.
I've only done it once, and it wasn't on camera, so no one believes me.
Ah!
And you just did it.
That was beautiful! Ah!
And I love how this map is in the shape of a fan.
Well, don't take away my awesome victory right there with some weird fascist stuff, okay? I killed that guy with one bomb.
You did. It's weird how in this one, it's the opposite of how you get all the hearts. It starts on the top, then you go to the bottom, it's, vice versa.
Oh, I never noticed that. You're right, huh? Alright. Well, that was good. Now, I feel, just to get out of the way, because it's the most expensive thing, let's get the ring.
Yep.
So glad we got that on tape, by the way. That was awesome.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I know, right? Just check. It's good.
Yeah, it says stop recording if I press that button, so we're still good.
All right.
I've never been more paranoid that I haven't done it since
I want
someone who looks like me fucked up last time.
I'm sure the Cake Burger family will appreciate that. Of course, it's $250. Hey. Right. Bam.
They're jipping us. We want the 50s.
I know. We need big money here.
Go big or go home.
God damn. Still more 20s.
Almost there.
Yeah. Just need one more.
You need a bigger wallet.
Well, here's an interesting thing. Actually, watch this. There's no wallets in this game. It only goes up to
250.
255. That's it. That's the limit. I'm sure it has something to do with like math.
Yeah.
8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256.
I think a lot of it just comes down to memory.
That's why
on the
technically
game.
0 is the 256th.
Oh, we getting the ring?
Oh yeah.
We'll need your old pal Mike.
We're talking a lot about Breath of the Wild, so let's wear something blue.
That's still a game I don't think I'll ever play on the Master Quest. Buy the key, buy the key.
It's weird. You'll buy it, you'll be like, what the H? I'm still green! And then you leave, and it's like, oh, there it is. So now you can take a little bit
So
more.
this guy has started the different tunics you wear in the games.
Yep.
There too.
Yep. And the red ring, we will not see until the very end.
I do like how they kind of come more detailed when you get to like Twilight Princess, the red suit and the red tunic and blue tunic. Right, the red tunic you needed rupees to be invincible.
Hard stop. Just remembered. There's a heart piece to get.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. Yeah. You fairy fuck.
I'll use my boomerang.
Nice. Are there big fairies in this one?
No, there is a location. Actually, it's funny. When we get to World 7, I'll even show it to you directly. But there is a location. I don't know if how many there are, but there is somewhere where it's a fairy fountain.
Yeah.
You know, she heals you up. There's no great fairies, though. There's no, like, no powers and abilities sort of this one. Now, actually, the great fairies, they wouldn't show up till Link to the Past. And in Link to the Past, depending on what item you throw in, like let's just say you throw in the shield, you get the fire blocking shield. There's also the fairy that increases your quiver and your bombs. And then by the time Ocarina of Time came out, then it was like actual, like, you know.
You gotta play a game to do it.
Yep. Nice, getting some money back. Let's talk about bodies of water in Zelda games. I like how you hear the ocean in this.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool. And most Zelda games, even this one, has Lake Hylia.
Yeah.
You know, in it. And in this, it's actually, that's where we're going to be going for. World 4. Why am I here? I want to be here.
You're getting the heart piece that's a little further up, right?
Yep.
I think.
And of course, it's in.
Wait, you need the ladder for that.
No, not that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
One up here. And Link to the Past, it's there, and it's got the place where you can upgrade your quiver and all that stuff. And of course, by the time they got around to Ocarina of Time, that's when it becomes like a location.
Yeah.
You know, it's beautiful. That's where you go fishing. That's where that gravestone is.
Well, until Twilight Princess that really opened up the world. I mean, Wind Waker.
Twilight Princess is huge. I think that's the biggest it gets. It's even bigger than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild has a big lake.
Now, the HD remake of Breath of the Wild, I really didn't notice that much of a difference between that and Twilight, the Wii U version.
Oh, the Wii U?
And GameCube version.
Well, the Wii U version is high def.
Yeah.
Technically, but
well, no, it is. But
it's the draw distance. Don't look at the characters themselves. Look at what you see in the distance. On the Switch, you can see a little bit further. Not a whole lot, but to the trained eye, yeah, you can see the difference.
Now, Wind Waker HD remake, I definitely noticed the difference between Wind Waker and the GameCube.
Oh, absolutely.
But Twilight Princess HD remake and the regular Wii Twilight, I didn't really see that much of a difference. Because I recently beat that one of the first few times I was under quarantine. I think that was the second time or third. I don't know, but Made myself beat it.
That's good. No, that's a good game.
They should just release all the Zelda games on Switch, whether it's HD or not.
No, yeah. I mean, okay, so right now we're playing this. So you got Zelda 2. You got Link to the Past. You got Breath of the Wild, obviously. I'm just talking about, like, the straight canon.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword's coming. So all you need is Ocarina, Majora, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess.
No, I would prefer if they release Ocarina of Time if they actually release the
And I'm not counting the portables either.
HD remake on here. That's what I'd prefer, but I'll take whatever. I'm no fool.
No, honestly, I'd have to disagree. I'd rather it be... Clean it up as much as you clean up Mario 64 and 3D All-Stars, but keep it like that.
Both. I'll take both.
If you want the option, I'm sure, but...
But I would love to see an HD remake of Oracle of Ages and Seasons, though, in the Link's Awakening. Nice. Definitely felt like our first playthrough, we
died a lot more.
Died a lot more and took us a little bit longer. We're kind of breezing through it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the point with this. I wouldn't say we breezed through this. Probably just took away 5 minutes or so. But yeah, we're almost at the midway point here.
Yeah, we'll stop at the level 4 and
make damn sure recorded,
and then we will
we'll continue on with Worlds 5 through 8, well 9 really.
In our part 2 playthrough of this.
Yes. This level where you really start using the candle.
Thank God you don't need a battery power for it.
No, but then see, okay, so I'm using the blue candle. You can only use it once per screen.
Yeah.
With the red candle, you can use it as many times as you want per screen.
After the fact.
Yeah. God damn it.
Just want to make sure it works.
Yeah. Just making sure I still can just throw fire in front of me.
Freaking light lights.
That. It takes damage. That's with the white sword, you know? There's the ladder. Just do this. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I go up there? Oh, no.
Can't.
Oh, you can, but I'll show you exactly why you don't want to. As you can see, if I went over there, let me throw on the candle. Aha! And I don't play that game. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Bit of a money hoard right there.
Come Come on, Gooch.
Gucci.
It's like it's time for dinner. We'll eat after this, Gooch.
Okay, let's see if I can do it again.
Gooch, you want to witness this?
Doesn't count yet. Doesn't count yet.
That's right.
Doesn't... Ah! I got the one time.
You were just trying to impress Gooch.
Better safe than sorry.
Yep.
That's why you get the medicine.
Come on up, Gooch. Come on. Are you cold? Come here. Come here. What are you doing?
We have Gooch in the house.
It's like dodging. You want to play? Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come here. I know. I know we usually eat now. You don't need to wait for us. She waits for us now to eat.
Well, she's being considerate.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You don't need to wait for us tonight, sweet Gooch.
Sure.
I know you're cold down here, huh?
Aw.
He's my sweet Gooch. Like, how can
Yeah, I know, right? Like, wow.
Gucci is equal to us.
That's really what I want to watch. The guy make out with his
Don't worry, Gooch. We've been going up in a little bit. I'll cook some food.
There we go.
Nice.
Well, and with that, the fourth dungeon. Done.
Yeah. You see that, Gooch?
So am I closing this up?
Yes.
And that right there was part one of our fantastic Zelda adventure.
Knock on wood, it was our part one.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't get damaged by that quick.
Make sure we save it up right now. And we're glad that you came with us. And we kind of breezed through it just to actually make sure that we recorded this time. But we got most of, what we need to get done, plus a little extra. Make sure you tune in next time so you can see how part 2 ends. See Gooch decides to break to the table. Ain't that right? And make sure you hit that like and subscribe, as always.
Yes. We'll see you guys in part 2. Gucci will probably be here too. And we'll see you next playthrough. See you guys.
Woof.
Say bye, Gooch. Bye.